I have a top priority mission in a new region. The mission briefing said to bring armor-piercing rounds as the entities there will be armored. I had very little AP rounds, so I decided to run a few small jobs to make up the funds needed to buy better ammunition. This odd job run could also be a good way to test out my new PP91. Admittedly, my supply on 9x18 rounds was running low, so I was only able to bring a few magazines for the submachine gun, and would likely focus on using my TT-33 throughout the run. I selected 4 missions, 1 in Permove route and 3 in Bolotki. My plan is to travel through Bolotki for the first mission, then move to find a hidden stash at the motor depot before moving on to Bolotki. The first mission was to locate a broken shard, and I figured I could take this opportunity to study this bizarre event up close. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to call these things entities or anomalies, but rifts have the power to bring back any hostile that I kill within its vicinity by replacing those I kill with a new monster. The special rifts are far more elaborate than the other rifts. While the regular rifts I saw before looked like a mimic was mangled and twisted, this looked more like 4 mimics all twisted together. My bare hand did nothing to it, and it had no effect on me. I would even call this harmless if it would stop bringing in new enemies to fight. My detector had no difficulty locating this rift, but scanning had no adverse effects. Simply shooting or stabbing the rift was enough to break it apart to reveal the broken shard. I have a theory that shards are the heart of the rift, the power source that delivers new enemies to fight. I don't think shards are the actual rifts themselves, but rather a battery that gives the rifts their power. At the motor depot, I found another rift that helped me see the comparison of the 2 types. The regular one was definitely smaller, keeping the ghastly look of a twisted and contorted man. But it acted the same as the special rift. The only other difference besides the cosmetic was the shards. Regular shards are slightly smaller, with thinner diameter and cleaner lines. There was not much more I could learn about the rifts and shards for now, so I moved on to locate that stash. Admittedly, traveling at night is not smart. Getting into a shootout with an enemy you can't see in the darkness is a terrible idea. After I was convinced the coast was clear, the stash on top of the fuel tank would be mine. It was a Glock 17, but in very bad condition. It would cost a few bucks to get this thing fixed. The next step was to go to Bolotki and complete the last 3 missions of collecting a document drop, finding a neon artifact, and taking out a group of entities. It was rather practical for me to take on all 3 missions at the same time, thanks to all 3 being so close together. But my luck was about to run out.
Ammo, those guys are armored.
In the darkness, I caught the distant glow of armor. I was armed with full metal jacket rounds in both of my firearms. Even though I could only see 2 armored entities, I didn't feel like I had enough to bring them down.
Not with what I got. Fall back.
I made the brave decision to chicken out and return with better ammunition. Since I had some time on my hands, I took the opportunity to gather some goods that I could sell. I wandered over to the train yard and started scavenging for loot.
Anything for anybody? You do. Multiples. Let's deal with you. That is not my knife. Yeah, nope, you're right. Ow. Turd.
There were not many entities here, and a 3rd rift soon fell to my hand.
Ooh. Ooh.
Since I already had one of these shotguns, I would sell it to buy the ammunition I would need later.
Uh-oh. What? Oh no. I thought I had 20 hours left. It was at 2. Oh, this is bad news. It's very bad news.
I was out of time. The tide was sneaking up on me, and I only had a few seconds to get out of the zone. But I was on the far side of the region, and I knew I would never make it back to Vano in time. My best move now would be to gather all I could and prepare for what comes next.
Boom. Don't do that.
Thankfully, the tide will not hurt me. It only resets the radius with fresh monsters and supplies, but it also sends me to a random location within the zone. I was already low on ammunition, so I mentally prepared myself to fight off more hostiles with whatever I could manage to find.
I guess nothing to do now, but... Oh, it's moving in. The fog's whirling in. Dang it. Oh, man. It's noon.
To my thankful surprise, I was dropped near the rope back to base. To my dreaded surprise, the broken shard was destroyed in the tide.
Lost them. Oh, these ones came with me. Then, what? So, these shards stay with me, but the broken shard disappears. Okay.
I knew I would need a more powerful weapon to take on the armored hostiles and the new zone I would soon face.
Can't buy any of those. Well, SKS is available, I guess. And it is affordable. Okay, SKS, you're coming with me.
I purchased myself an SKS, as that would be the best I could get my hands on with its current security level.
Here we go.
But to be honest, I always had a soft spot for the SKS, so I had no complaints. I bought the armor-piercing rounds and got the magazines I found earlier fixed up. But I would also be taking my new Glock, as I had more 9mm rounds than any other pistol ammunition. I was now ready to take on the missions in Bolotki.
Oh. Who threw these here?
On my way back out, I could not help but spot the opinions of former explorers.
Huh. Didn't you notice this one before?
The shortest way to reach the missions was to go through the village and cut through the swamp. But this would mean another firefight since the tide resets the monsters again.
It's got friends. Oh. Whew. That's close. Okay. Ooh, that was clean. That was very clean. Whoa, that was close. Oh. Knife broke again. Oh, this one. It's right there. Over there. Oh shoot. Oh. Ow. Ow. Uh-oh. Ow. Ow. Hey. That was a broken shard.
On the bright side, I did find another broken shard that I might be able to hand in after I lost my other one.
Well, maybe I have a chance to redeem myself.
I made my way to the hunting shack in the marsh and made camp for the night. Taking on those hostiles would be much easier in the morning.
Settle in for the night.
After breakfast, I mentally prepared myself for the fight ahead. With all three objectives so close together,
Okay,
I would be dealing with all the monsters at the same time.
time to test you out.
There were two groups of monsters. One was protecting the documents I needed to collect, and the other was the horde on my hit list. My plan was to save my SKS for the armored hostiles, as it was the weapon equipped with AP rounds. The Glock was only armed with full metal jackets, so I decided to use that on the unarmored enemies.
Look at that.
This strategy meant I could save my expensive AP rounds for those who need it, but I could burn through my pistol ammo rather quickly.
He's not got armor on. One down. I saw him. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Oh! There he is. Oh, an empty. Huh. Oh, thanks for the heart attack. I appreciate it. This guy can handle with a knife. was my knife? Oh, right. Oh. Yeah. What the heck does he have? Dang it, empty already. Running out of pistol shots. Ow! There we go. Oh, empty mag again. Down to 2. There it is. Found the dead drop. Shove you in there. Oh, ammo crate. Oh, another one coming. Nah, fine. Okay. Yeah. Wires, slow down. And I'm all wet now. Really? Give me a break. I missed that. Missed that one. No! Oh, crap. Ow! Nope, 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 nope. And you gotta spawn. I gotta take out this shard. Oh.
I was on my last legs. My SKS was completely empty, and I only had a handful of shots in my Glock. I scavenged a PPSH and some mixed ammunition for it. I now had a backup weapon if my Glock ran dry.
All else fails, I can use these, I guess.
The basement did not put up as much of a fight as it did last time, and I'm able to gather some of its treasures without much hassle.
Gotcha. Nice. Oh, another one. And more ammo.
Last on my to-do list is to locate that neon anomaly. This was by far the easiest of my tasks of the day, despite occasionally bumping into a distortion.
Something in there. Ah, neon. Very good. Very good.
On the way back, I check out the helicopter crash. The bird is trapped floating in the air in several pieces, with distortion anomalies cutting through the broken fuselage.
Huh?
The only note I could find here was the flight crew's instructions.
Objective aerial reconnaissance, filming the scene. Fly around the estimated disaster zone along the route. Can't pronounce that. Torsk, Limsky, Gwari. Blah 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 blah. The flight must be finished within 15 minutes. Report the findings to Sir Lieutenant Jivin. Can't pronounce that.
Quickly, I check the tower for a weapons case, as it's common to find one at the top.
Oh, there's a weapons case here. Nice. Anything good? Yes! Oh, nice. GSH-18. I don't have one of these yet. Oh, that is sweet. Very nice. I'm gonna keep you.
The GSH-18 is an underrated pistol and one of my personal favorites. While it uses the same ammunition as the PM, it carries more thanks to its larger magazines, and I find the sights are much more usable. After that, all that was left was a slow walk home to Vano.
Oh, that was worth the trip.
Admittedly, the last few days have been rough. Failures and mistakes are inevitable out here, but I'm just grateful that I got almost all my tasks complete.
Very nice. I'm gonna have fun with you.
Getting caught in the tide and facing more powerful entities remind me of how small and vulnerable I truly am out here. Each misstep could cost me everything if I'm not careful. Better gear is becoming more a necessity the further I go into the radius. Even in Promove route, the entities are becoming more dangerous and numerous.
That's you.
It's clear to me that I need to find more gear or get my next security level in a hurry.
Delivery. Special rift. Destroy it and bring back the broken shard. And Saber's driving me crazy. Here we are. But, come here. Yeah, there we go.
But hope is not lost yet. I'm happy with my SKS, and I consider myself blessed with the pistols I've gathered. For now, I will let tomorrow worry about itself.